I'm standing in the Theodore Gildred Rotunda, where we highlight some of the major milestones in aviation history. Above me is a very famous plane in aviation history, the Bleriot 11. It was designed and built by a French aviation pioneer, Louis Bleriot. Louis was born in 1872 in a town in northeastern France. By all accounts, he was an above-average student, and he decided to study electrical engineering at college. In 1897, he formed a company to design and build headlights for automobiles, just in time for the rise in the automobile industry. This made him a very wealthy man, and it allowed him the resources to fuel his passion, which was aviation. Now, Louis designed and built many planes, but the Bleriot 11 is his most famous. If we take a closer look, we see that the plane is made of wood covered in fabric, and it has many of the features in common aircraft today. It has an engine with a propeller in the front. It has a single wing, unlike the Wright brothers biplane design. And it has, in the rear, a rudder and elevator. Louis achieved a major milestone in aviation history by using this plane to cross the English Channel. It was July 1909. He was on the coast of France at Calais and flew across the Channel to Dover, England. The flight was about 24 miles, and it took him about 37 minutes. And this made him an international celebrity. And for the people in Britain, it was quite a shock, because the English Channel was no longer a barrier to invasion. And in fact, a major newspaper in London, the Daily Express, ran a front page headline saying that England is no longer an island. Louis continued his work in aviation, and because of his flight, the demand for this plane grew tremendously. The French and Italian armies bought this plane for reconnaissance purposes, and the Italians actually used it in their war with Turkey in 1911. In civilian applications, Oscar Bider, a Swiss pilot, flew the Bleriot 11 across the Pyrenees Mountains and across the Alps. Other notable feats in this plane were the first flight from London to Paris, the first flight across the Irish Sea from England to Ireland, and the first flight from Scotland to Norway. Bleriot continued to support aviation throughout his life, and he was actually present on May 21st, 1927, when Charles Lindbergh landed following his solo transatlantic flight in the Spirit of St. Louis. Thank you for joining me. If you're in the Southern California area or planning to visit San Diego, please come for a visit. We'd love to show you around.